warm welcome to everybody. Excellencies, distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues and partners, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor for me to celebrate the launch of the project RECEED with you today. I would like to express my sincere thanks to the European Commission, the German government, and the Federal Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development, whose tireless support has made this project possible. Special thanks go to the government of Turkey for its continued support and cooperation, as well as to our main partner, the Association of Municipalities of Turkey, for its commitment to the implementation of this initiative. I would also like to pay tribute to our invaluable stakeholders, government institutions, private sector representatives, civil society, organizations, and local communities whose cooperation is crucial to drive impact on the ground.
Dear Kulashaiton, dear Jurgas Vinčinskas, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure to join you today for the celebratory signature here of RECEED. My distinguished speakers before, I think, pointed out very eloquently what this project is about. So allow me just to add a few more elements. The effects of the earthquake 2 years ago in the southeast of Turkey are still very, very visible. And I could see it myself when I was traveling to Gaziantep recently and to the region. As you know, Germany has been active from day one after the disaster struck, with search and rescue, with shelters, food and psychological support for the victims. And we continue to be at Turkey's side with many projects. And I want to mention as well with the annual German-Turkish Reconstruction Conference, where German and Turkish enterprises and companies come together with the municipalities and with organizations of implementation to join forces. This is also very important for all of us because it helps us each and every year to adapt to the needs as they change along the way. RECEED is about local communities, and local communities suffered heavily. Workplaces have been destroyed, workers displaced, supply chains disrupted. Investing in the reconstruction of the local economy is therefore paramount to all of us. And RECEED is addressing exactly that point. The flourishing economy gives hope back to the people who lost their livelihoods, who lost so very much, and it contributes to the overall reconstruction efforts we are undertaking together with you. Therefore, Germany gladly supports the RECEED project with 50 million euros, thereby complementing an investment of 50 million euros by the European Union, and Jurgas will say more about that. This underlines the great importance Germany, as well as the European Union as such, attach to our relations with Turkey and the well-being of the people of this country. Our support for RECEED comes in addition to a 300 million loan for the reconstruction of school infrastructure here in Turkey, and we are in the middle of finalizing the last share of this 300 million loan together with your Ministry for Finance so that it can be implemented very, very soon. And it comes in addition to a grant of 9 million euros for the reconstruction of social infrastructure in the region that was hit so heavily. We heard before that refugees are a main target group of RECEED, and therefore it will support the integration of refugees in the Turkish economy. Refugees remain an underused resource for the Turkish labor market, as we can see. And while the discussion nowadays is very much about the return of Syrian refugees to Syria, we all know that this will be a very slow process, so it really makes sense to address the refugee issue here in Turkey for the years to come, giving them an opportunity to contribute to economic development in the earthquake-affected areas will provide important benefits for both sides, the refugees themselves, the municipalities, as well as the companies that take part. Another important feature I should mention of RESEED is the cooperation with local municipalities and the development of their capacities to enhance economic growth. We all have talked about it already, but it is also to be seen because under the circumstances that it underlines the important principle of subsidiarity. Because in the end, it's only the local governments, it's only the municipalities themselves who know best what their economies need. Ladies and gentlemen, let me close by saying repairing the physical, social and psychological damages caused by the earthquake is a generational, huge task. The RESEED project is part of the overall effort, and it underscores Germany's and the EU's commitment to stay at Turkey's sides for the time being. Thank you very much.
Municipalities, Mr. Altun, distinguished chairs at the country director, Ms. Dahl, the representative of municipalities, civil society, members of press, United Bölgelerinde. It is really a great pleasure to be here marking the official launch of this very, very important project. I think it's even better to do it together with all of our partners, with whom we worked for years, with full dedication to recovery of the earthquake-affected provinces and, of course, empowerment of refugees and host communities. Since the first, I think, hours when the earthquake struck, the European Union has stood in solidarity with Turkey. The European Union has been at the forefront of providing humanitarian aid, long-term support, including, of course, reconstructions in the affected regions. We deployed rescue teams. We mobilized international financial aid to come to assistance of the people. But as Ambassador mentioned already, we know that the path to the full recovery is long. It's about rebuilding lives. It's about rebuilding livelihoods. It's about creating new opportunities. So there's no doubt that European Union in Turkey will continue delivering support in many areas: education, employment, health, social protection for women and children, agriculture, cultural heritage. I can list and list and list, these interventions that we continue. And 2 years on, our efforts and commitment to the economic and social development of the affected regions remain strong. And this RESEED project here, it's part of these efforts. We recognize that there's still plenty of challenges remaining, especially in employment sphere, especially in the economic development. So indeed, I think these days we need to focus on the empowerment of enterprises and entrepreneurs, of course, by enhancing employability, by supporting municipalities, by investing in both refugee and host communities and local economies. And I think it's very important, that refugees, as previous speakers said, have the opportunity to work and contribute. And we in our refugee assistance programs always prioritized formal employment and self-reliance, because that basically equips our beneficiaries with the skills to support themselves in their future lives. And I think central to all of our efforts is really a very strong belief that we need to continue investing in human capital, because equipping individuals with the skills, with the knowledge, with opportunities, we this way enable them to rebuild their lives. So, dear friends, you know that RESEED will focus very much on a couple of areas: Adana, Gaziantep, Hatay, Kahramanmaraş, Kilis, Malatya. We will contribute to recovery efforts by creating jobs, by providing the tailored business development services, including assistance to enterprises, upscaling, skills development, training programs, empowering enterprises, And I think indeed this will not be possible, you know, without our partners at municipalities level. They're really key to helping us in doing this job, this investment together. We are committing, you know, to provide critical support to municipalities in implementing employment-focused projects, and we will do it also with very much attention to inclusive and gender-responsive services. In this regard, I think we aim to support close to 40 municipality projects. Gender equality will be also very much a cornerstone of this project, of the RESET. We are very much committed to ensuring that women have equal access to the labor market, and unfortunately, indeed, in Turkey, these figures are pretty low, especially if you compare to the European Union average. And of course, we know that, you know, without women access to the labor market, socioeconomic recovery really cannot be fully achieved. Gender gaps in the labor market is again a reality in Turkey, and the earthquake-affected region is no exception. So again, we believe that empowering women, including refugee women, is also essential for the success and the sustainability of this entire recovery effort, and of course of the RESET project. So we will support very much enterprises and municipalities as well with this aim. Just to finish the introductory remarks, I would say that recovery really is not a singular effort. It's a collective one. And European Union will very much remain committed, standing together with Turkey in this effort. Our partnership is very much built on shared values of solidarity, of cooperation, and we will be determined really to support the recovery in affected regions through inclusive, sustainable, and forward-looking way. So to finish, I would really much again thank from the bottom of my heart our partners, Presidency of Migration Management, Union of Municipalities of Turkey, Ministry of Labor and Social Security, GIZ of course, BMZ and German government, and all the municipalities and other partners involved in making this project a reality. I hope that this 4-year journey ahead of us will bring a lot of smiles, a lot of positive outcomes, deepen our cooperation, of course, and open new opportunities for both refugee and host communities. So thank you very much again for coming here today, for joining us in this opening of this important project, and let's do it together for the next few years.
Avrupa Birliği, Almanya ve Türkiye ortaklığında RESET projesi hayat buluyor ve imzalar atılıyor, temsili imzalar. Çok teşekkür ediyoruz Sayın Büyükelçi'ye. Projemizin paydaşlarından Türkiye Belediyeler Birliği'ni temsilen Genel Sekreter Yardımcımız Sayın Ulaş Altun da imza koyuyor bu iyi niyet bildirgesine. Çok teşekkür ediyoruz. Avrupa Birliği Türkiye Delegasyon Başkan Yardımcısı Sayın Yurgis Vilçinskas da imza koyuyor bugünün anısına. Çok teşekkür ediyoruz. Ve GIZ Türkiye Ülke Direktörü Sayın Anya Maria Dardan Efendi de imza koyuyorlar. RESET projesi. Evet.